Who's that guest critic?
Pistol Danger. Good evening. I'm your new host of the Final 30, Pistol Danger, wherein I watch the last 30 minutes of a B-rated horror movie, and then I decide whether or not I want to start the movie over again, or fight a giant fire ant. Tough choices. Tonight's blockbuster, the Netflix prescribed category horror, subcategory B, Asian Schoolgirl. Because I'm going to start this, I'm going to start it my way. The way Dean Winchester would want me to start it. The last 30 minutes begins with the three Asian schoolgirls getting out of a car going to class when one of them forgets her books. She heads back to the car, pops the trunk, and sees her murdered best friend stuffed in there in a note. The girls then cut class and decide to exact revenge. They go to a local bar to find a scum-sucking, bottom-feeding maggot who can lead them to the underbelly of some sort of Asian prostitution ring, or just prostitution ring. They never make it clear, but they really emphasize the Asian a lot, as I am doing now. Then cuts to a kung fu fight scene. Then the bad guy kills someone in broad daylight while the girls watch. No one says anything, with a gun. So it's a little loud, you know? It then cuts to them being captured and stripped of everything but their underwear and put in a cage in someone's basement. I don't know, the film directors or somewhere. This is clearly shot in someone's basement. Girls then try to escape by one of the guards sexually harassing them and wanting her to sit on his face. So she takes off her panties, sits on the guard's face. This is her knees. The guard's head is right here, let's say. And then breaks his neck. Did you see how I did it? That's how she did it. She breaks his neck. With the least amount of action or force possible. It's impressive, really. We then cut to a scene where their Billy Zane drug-dealing bestie is karate fighting a statue, and then a drug lord or something comes in, or like his buddy that's a drug dealer comes in. And they're like, where are the girls? Like, oh, I don't know, but I think I know where they are. Then the girl that killed the guard goes to the big boss's sex torture Dexter-style room where he's about to torture her sexually, but then doesn't because he gets a phone call that gives a name or something. The drug dealer and friend then find the girls and then are brought to them to hire them for entertainment. And they bring, of course, a duffel bag. Duffel bag that is not checked. 3 guards escort them to the room because these girls are tricky, and they bust the girls out. Now, keep in mind, I'm skipping over the softcore lesbian scene that was in there, just for the sanctity of my viewers. They then get caught by the police, which is never shown. They're just sitting there talking to one of the police officers. And he tells them that they'd like to team up. Cops, which is just the one guy, and the 3 Asian schoolgirls to fight the one big bad. They knock on the one big bad's office. The secretary rings up to the big bad saying, hey big bad, I've got these 3 Asian schoolgirls, that's 3 Asian schoolgirls, better, that want to see you. And he's like, no, I'll never. And then before they like bust in, he then summons the thugs and an amazing kung fu fight sequence begins. They win. The cop, you find out his partner who was talking to him this past was working for the big bad. So the good cop guns down the bad cop. Then they leave. The good cop then erases all wrongdoings from the 3 Asian schoolgirls and then offers them a job as his angels once they get out of high school. The cop's name? Charlie. You guessed it. This is a prequel. Somewhere in there I lied. See if you can find out. The 2 police officers in a shot for shot, where it shows the angle one is talking to, and then switches to the other is talking. That scene gives me the top 5 greatest slangs for penis I've ever heard.
It's not gonna take long for the media to find out we got some mad gang running around cutting off guys' wang doodles.
It's impressive, quite frankly. I plan to add it to my everyday vocabulary. The big question. Would I start the movie over or wrestle a giant fire ant? The answer is simple. I would much rather watch this movie over again, because the amount of crazy that happens in the span of 30 minutes, I'm sure I even missed things, and this is scripted out. Can't be possibly contained, so I just have to know what's in the first hour of this movie, too. I think it's an hour and a half. It is just everywhere, and this isn't even a B movie. This is a C- movie, and I love it. I f***ing love it. So there you go. This is my first Final 30. If you could put a tally here to mark that I would... no, we can't do that? Okay. No? Okay. Well, then just cut that last 30 seconds so I don't look like an idiot. I don't want to look like an idiot on my first day. Alright, so scene and start from here. I'm Pistol Danger. This is the Final 30. See you next time. Wang Doodle.